Well, we might as well move on. I mean, there's been a number of World Tour kits revealed already, and we had a whole host come in the last few days, UAE, Cofidis, etc. And I mean, we might as well ponder over those. Start with UAE. Someone said on Twitter that Tadej Pogacar is not going to be wearing white at the Tour de France this year, so that's why they made it basically white.
This is gonna be my opinion of a lot of these kits, but they are just fully mid. I wish I could just like copy and paste it, but it's white. It's got a few accents on there, but the accents are quite few and far between, where they don't really match up, or they're not. There's no harmony between them. It feels really disjointed, and I'm honestly just. I think I preferred the 2023 kit than the 2024 kit. The upside is that at least Pogacar will hopefully be in a leader's jersey most of the time. There is a move for teams to go increasingly with white kits because of the like science behind like the extra cooling that it provides, which is just such a lame reason to change a color palette like that. Come on, changing the panache for the sake of science just seems like a really rubbish reason to be making a kit that doesn't look particularly good. I would give it like a 4 out of 10. I'm honestly not a fan of it.
Okay, I like the fact they've done something different because for the past couple of seasons, it's been a variation of the same thing. 2021, 2022. Then they changed kit provider to Pisse last year. It was slightly different, but very similar canvas. Now they've gone something completely different. Still with Pisse. I can't go over how awful that brand name is.
So stupid.
It's just a bad name. I'm sorry if it's someone's family name, but it just they have like the little stripes on the back shoulder, so you can see that when the riders crouch down a little bit on the bike, and also up the chest, which we're not really going to see unless they celebrate, which will probably happen a lot. This is UAE. They've also gone back to white helmets as well. I think it's quite nice that they've done something different. Is it going to be easy to spot on the peloton? I don't necessarily think so. There's no real distinguishing color. It's an awful lot of white. Maybe if they had red helmets, I think that would make it more distinguishable in the peloton. And we'll get into sort of Bahrain, who also released their kit. Theirs is predominantly white, but they have a sort of an outstanding color where you can pick them out. UAE do not have that color here. And also in terms of the national champions jerseys, it looks very similar. And this has been a problem for a while, but Pogacar's Slovenian Champions jersey, which was also released with the kit release, looks awfully similar to their normal trade kits. They've also got a number of national champions as well, including Mark Hirschi and so forth. It just looks very similar. But I commend them for trying something different. There is still time for them to change the helmet color. A red helmet, guys, would be very, very useful.
Well, we'll move on to Bahrain, like you said.
Yes, another mid kit.
Bahrain used to have such nice kids, in my opinion, like Bahrain, McLaren, etc., etc.
I always thought those were a little bit, I don't know, ungainly, to be honest with you. I thought they were decent. They were better than they are now, but they weren't my favorites. There was just, do you remember that like bright orange with the red next to it? It was a bit weird. This one looks very much like their Tour de France kit from this year, which was just it was very unoffensive. It celebrated their pearl industry.
So
Brilliant.
random.
Cool. Love that. I'd be like a Scottish team just putting a haggis on their team. It's just like, yes, brilliant. Good part of your heritage there. For me,
Or St. Piran, Cornish pasty or
yeah,
something like that.
well, yeah, literally. And I feel like because I gave UAE that score of 4, I will give Bahrain, I think it's ever so slightly better, in my opinion. I will give it a 4.5.
Okay. So there is actually apparently a link in the press release that says that this kit is alluding to dedication to net zero in terms of the climate emissions. I don't know where they get this is this is like some marketing stretch thing, but apparently like the symbols and all like the things is supposed to be like representing to like the pattern on the jersey is representing net zero. I don't really get it.
New sponsor
It,
as well.
yeah, well, Babco Energies, which is a state-owned energy company, Bahrain, which is an oil rentier state. You do the
Great.
maths. But this team, okay, one thing in the Tour de France that they also had gold to balance out the kit. They had the gold and the light blue and the white. I thought the gold provided a really good balance in that kit. We don't have the gold here, so I think it looks a little bit barren, a little bit bare rather. But I like the fact that the blue is outstanding. We're going to be well, not outstanding like amazing, but it's like it stands out. We're going to be able to find them in the peloton quite easily, especially with those light blue helmets. But it's giving Team Sky 2018, if you know what I mean, with the white and light blue. But yeah, this is very, very underwhelming. I think this is Bahrain's worst kit in the team's history since 2017.
Oh,
Ouch. There goes that invitation.
It's not great.
I think
It's
it's
so
appalling.
similar though to UAE. Like this is annoying.
I think this is such a stark downgrade. Like UAE is like they've done something a little bit different, but like it's underwhelming. This is like they've done something like very like I think there's a lot. It's low impact. Where I think
Yeah.
the Bahrain kits of the past couple of years have been quite high impact. With I know you spoke about the blue and the orange and the red, but I think that was a very unique color scheme and it was quite interesting. Whereas this is just white and blue. We've seen it before.
And the national champs jerseys also look
Ugh.
lame. So that's another mark. That's honestly, these are why the marks are so low from me.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I haven't ranked any of them, but I would give them both threes because I think the white is. I want to see like something very well. You can see quite clearly, but I mean, we might as well continue. Ineos Grenadiers was leaked by mistake by Egan Bernal.
Yeah, this is true. But okay, so Ineos Grenadiers are swapping to Gobic for next year. They were on BioRacer beforehand and swapping to Gobic. Egan Bernal accidentally posted something. We don't know if it's a training kit or the trade kit, but it's like this like 50-50 gradient thing where half of it's blue, half of it's orange. Interesting choice. It looks decent. We don't actually know if it's the official kit yet. That's why we're sort of leaving asterisks as by it, but it seems decent. I give it a 6.5 out of 10, maybe 7.
Oh, is it a marketing ploy? It wasn't accidentally leaked. It was just.
Yeah. I don't
Mm.
know. For me, it's better than the other two that we've done. So I'm going to give it like a 5.5. I think that it's not. I know why. It's because they need to stop being so lame. Somebody, honestly, you may
Yeah.
as well just go to like an art college and just ask them to design it, and I guarantee you they'll probably come up with a better one.
I think this year might be the year of the lame jerseys. All the ones we've had so far have been quite boring. The Catalan Azures are boring.
Yeah.
UAE boring. Bahrain boring. And now the next one, Cofidis, extra boring. They changed kit provider. So they were with Van Rysel, who are now the title sponsors of Decathlon because they're a Decathlon brand. But now they're with Mobile. I've never heard of them. They've literally just copied the design from last year, but they put a little bit more white on it. And there's a slightly different effect to the jersey. It's a snooze fest. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's another unoffensive kit, isn't it? It's I didn't mind last year's kit, to be honest, and I don't mind this year's one. The white and the red just keeps it quite simple for me, and it's quite blocky as well, so it's quite easy to identify. Whereas when you have too many intricate patterns, looking at you, UAE and Bahrain, right, with your intricate lines and little stencils, it's harder to see when you look at like a helicopter shot. And I'm in like needing to look at sprint trains and whoever's, who's where. I need blocky colors, all right, because I can't see your intricate little light blue on white when we're freaking 100 meters in the air. So I'll give it the same mark as Ineos, 5.5.
I can't actually wait until Israel release theirs because I really am a big fan of their kits.
Are you expecting good things from a particular team? Are you thinking which team do you think is going to pull out a good one?
Israel. I'm going to say Israel. Which one is your favorite as well so far? I'm going to say Cofidis.
God,
Man,
The bar's low.
jeez, it's like picking your method of torture.
yeah.
I'll go with the Ineos one, I suppose.
I'm gonna go for in this episode or just in general.
I mean, the ones we've been looking at so far.
Okay, Samzig. I like the way it taps into the Breton legends and so forth. And
It
it's
said
quite
BNB Hotels. Of course, you were going to pick it.
okay. Also, the announcement video was really sick. But I'm looking for. I mean, EF never disappoint. That's true.
Yeah,
Bora
true.
are switching their kit providers. So I'm intrigued about that one because
Okay.
Lacol have been providing some of the best kits for Bora over the past couple of years. So I'm intrigued to see what they're going to bring. Also, Visma Lisa Bike because it's probably. I don't know whether it's going to be a completely new color palette because Visma's red. Is it going to be a red hit? Even though the yellow's been so iconic over the past couple of years, but that was because that was Jumbo's color. And also, as well, kind of a boring answer, Polti Cometa, Aolo's new kit, because they've had really sleek designs over the past couple of years, but that kit will have to be completely rethought out because of a new title sponsor as well.
Group
I mean,
Armors was good last year.
Baltic Meta, you can call Patrick and Ewan or message them on Twitter to get some advice.
Yeah, just come on, the bar's really low right now. You can't don't mess it up. Don't just blocky colours, blocky colours. Keep it simple.
I really like the Belgian leaders jersey, the Belgian Tours leaders jersey that Match Van Poel wore last year. I know it's not a
Oh,
kit,
that
but like,
purple one.
yeah, I quite like that one.
Yeah, there is not enough purple in the peloton. The only bit we had was that special like Mercier one-off kit that Alpecin did, which was absolutely fine.
Burgos Beage.
Oh, but we see them once every few races at most. Like only when we're in Spain, and I need something permanent. I would sign a sponsor with a purple color scheme just for the sole purpose of making my kit purple.
Well,
Purplebricks.com. There you go. That real estate. I would sign them purposefully for this one role.
German chocolate company Milka. We're waiting for you.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, or
true.
Cadbury's.
Bora,
Yeah,
there you go.
imagine